Well, good morning, beautiful. I hope that you are well. I am excited to be with you today. I wanted to share my AM routine with you, a couple things that I do, maybe some PM stuff that I do as well. I think that mainly the intention for today's video is just to start talking about what you can do and should be doing during the spring to take care of your skin, to set it up for summer, because I preach this every year. We live in San Diego. It's always sunny. It's always summer. And those that follow this advice, including myself, which is to start treating your skin with a lot more actives during the spring so that your skin can tolerate a lot of the UV damage and dehydration that occurs from all of us just living our life during the summer. And then during the summer, I'm going to start talking, like I always do, about more tips that you can do to maintain and prevent damage as it occurs or before it occurs. By the way, I'm Cody. If you're new here, welcome. If you love skincare reviews, talking about skin, if you're struggling with your skin, with pigmentation and lots of issues with acne, I talk and help people with all skin concerns, especially really stubborn ones, and skincare reviews and everything like that. So if you love that type of info, please subscribe and introduce yourself. All right, so also we have a sale going on. It's 30% off everything on the store, and the code is SPRING30. So enjoy that sale while supplies last. Thank you guys for all of your support. You guys have been already going gangbusters with that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Like last 2 years, we just couldn't with inventory do anything really special. So that's why we kind of did an extra percentage off, because we had the inventory and we planned for this so we could just spoil you a little bit more in the spring. Because spring, if you're new here or if you've been here a while, so I'm already rambling or I had too much coffee, you know, April's a hard month for my partner and I. We've had a lot of people pass in April, but we choose to not look at it as a month of like people passing, as a month of just celebrating the people that were here, that we love. Like my mom, my partner's mom, and our dog and our good friend all passed in April. So April is a month for us where we just try to feel gratitude for, you know, being alive, being healthy, and the people that are in our life. So make sure that you love those people that are in your life and make time for them. So anyway, rambling girl. Okay, so what I've been doing is I use my Gentle Glow cream cleanser every day, all the time. That's pretty standard, but I've been trying, let me get it for you. I've been using this Obagi gentle cleanser, and I do like this actually. It's become really nice product that I enjoy. So I've been using this, like that's what I used this morning, just to kind of, you know, continue to test his products and just keep my skin kind of gentle. In the morning, typically what I do is immediately when I wake up, I rinse my face with just cool water, and then I use like a little pea-sized amount of my mask. And the reason I do that is because I'm just, usually the night before I've done a lot of actives, and so I just wanted to make sure that my skin has just a dash of hydration on there in case it's a little dehydrated from all the actives. So that's what I do right when I get up, and then I go get my coffee. So that's pretty typical. And then what I do is I go for my walk, and then I get ready for work, and then I'll wash my face, and then I'll start my regimen. So I'm gonna do that now, already washed it. And then I put on my vitamin C, girl. I do my 12% during the day. Right now, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing my 12 Vitalizing Vitamin C during the day, and then I'll just do my beauty elixir at night. I'm personally stepping up my game again for this spring. I was, you know, not doing too many actives during the winter. I don't think you should do too much actives during the winter because your skin is already dry and dehydrated, unless that's your thing and you already have the perfect little system for yourself. But typically spring and fall is when you're really stepping up your actives and really using a lot more and using them very consistently, so that those seasons you're getting, you know, just your skin kind of awakened from the winter woes of just dehydration and dryness and stuff, and the weather and the cold, right? The weather takes a lot on the skin, toll on the skin. So in the spring, when it starts warming up, is when your skin can handle a lot more active stuff and a lot more exfoliation. I cleanse my skin already, like I said, with this, but typically I'll use my Gentle Glow. And then I am going to actually use my Vitalizing Vitamin C right now. And today I'm going to use about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drops, 9 drops. Sometimes I'll do a full thimble, but I've been doing a lot to my skin, so I'm just going to just do a little bit today. So that's about 9, 10 drops. And what I like to do is I just put it all over my skin. I make sure I get in my hairline. Do make sure that if you have color in your hair, that you're not getting too many active products in your hairline, because it can pull color. So my skin is Last night, what did I do? Last night I did retinol. So my skin does feel a little, doesn't feel terrible, but it feels a little stimulated and dry. So I'm not gonna overdo the vitamin C. So that's about enough. And then sometimes I like to take just a dash more, just depends, like 3 more drops. And then I'll put them in my areas that I'm a little bit more prone to pigment or that I want more. See my allergies. Oh, so this is a little bruise from Botox. I just had a little touch up of Botox. Actually, not Botox, it's Jeuveau, which is amazing. If you guys want me to talk more about Botox and fillers, I can do so. It's an alternative to Botox that works much quicker and doesn't make you feel like really frozen. I don't know if you've ever experienced that with Botox where your face just feels heavy and kind of frozen in the, in this area. So the Jeuveau does not do that. I have not had that experience anyway. I do put the vitamin C pretty close underneath my eyes like that. Like I've always said, you should let it absorb as much as possible. So I'll let that, it is tingling a little bit because I've been doing a lot. Like at night, what I do typically, one night glycolic, one night retinol. So I'm getting both actives on, but I'm alternating each night so that I'm just flooding my skin with a lot of beneficial ingredients that are causing like plumpness, collagen stimulation, hydration, moisturization, pigmentation control, fine lines and wrinkles less visible. Just, like there's not that much on the market that we know that's proven to work. So that's why I just kind of try to keep it simple as much as possible. Anyway, that's kind of absorbed. And now what I do is I put a dash of my mask, because this is not just a mask, it's also a hydration serum. People are obsessed with this. It's insane how people have become like, it's crazy. So I'm just putting a little bit down as my serum over the vitamin C. So typically always acidic products go on first and then you let them absorb and then you put your least acidic products. So it's most acidic to least acidic is how I recommend you put it. Your products on unless you're using retin-A. There's another regimen for that or recommendation for that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that all over. And because the other product was acidic, the vitamin C, it will, stimulate my skin a little bit, brighten it, cause that glow. And then when I put the mask on, what's gonna happen is it's going to penetrate deeply into the skin. And with the other ingredients like the vitamin B and the vitamin C with this mask, it just makes the skin look like glass. It makes it tighter, brighter, more plump. Not brighter, it's brighter from the vitamin C. The mask doesn't make the skin necessarily brighter. It just looks more dewy and glowy because the combination of ingredients that you're layering on. I don't know if that makes any sense. I also like to put a little bit more of the mask on my eye area because I put extra retinol through there last night and on my temples, which makes my eyes in the morning look like older, so to speak. So like I like to just take and put it here as like a little eye treatment serum like this. This mask is so cool because you can use it as like a hydration serum, a primer, a mask, a soothing agent, a healing balm. It just has multiple benefits. We've been hearing the strangest benefits from people that are just unexpected. So if you have had any unexpected interesting results with the new mask, please let us know below. It's been quite remarkable to hear such amazing feedback on things like we've had a customer who's had eczema for a while on her neck and she's been putting it on there. She's like, girl, I don't know what's in that stuff, but like my eczema is 90% better. And we actually saw it and I was like, that's interesting. Like I'm not making those kind of claims, but people with like contact dermatitis even and stuff. So great, I love it. So typically I would let this kind of soak in. It's pretty soaked in and then I'm gonna apply sunscreen. So that's what I'm gonna do now. But I've also been doing a little of this during the day just to test this product. This is the Obagi Growth Factor Serum and I've only been using this around my eye so that I can really test it. I do love this product, I think it's great. I just don't know for the price if most people should invest in something like this. It's $150. So I think that if you're using all of your other actives and you're really serious about this stuff, then you can invest in something like this. But if you haven't been taking care of your skin, you're not using vitamin A, you're not using glycolic or alpha hydroxy or vitamin C, then stuff like growth factors aren't going to do too much. These things work best if you are really treating your skin, stimulating collagen and exfoliating and stuff. So I have noticed improvements with just a little tightness and texture, and then also my pores in the cheek area. I just got up, so I look like shit, I'm sorry. But just noticing a little bit refining of pores And then I have this old scar I've been working on, and I kind of over derma rolled my face a couple years ago, and it broke a lot of capillaries on this scar. And it's definitely been helping minimize that a little bit, which is interesting, and I'm happy about that. So I let that kind of soak in. Because this is so expensive, when you're using expensive stuff like this, I do recommend go get dressed, do your thing, let her have her moment to marinate in the skin. And some people think I'm full of shit with that, but I can only share my experience of actually doing thousands of clients and why we do that on clients, so that we don't waste ingredients. And things are also pH driven. So like an acid like this, your vitamin C serum, a good one, the pH is lower, so it's like a 3. So you want to let her marinate into the skin and have her moment before you put a cream on. Because if you just put vitamin C on and then a cream on right after without letting it absorb, you raise the pH. You don't let her kind of get to absorb deeply into the skin, if that makes any sense. So that's why I do recommend over and over, beating a dead horse, why you should let your products absorb when especially you're spending money on them. So for just timing purposes, because the video is already longer than I expected, and probably not for you, you're like, this bitch cannot shut up. So I'm just gonna continue to like tap that serum into my eyes. I really like it. The thing I don't like about it is the smell. I'm also testing his firming gel. I do this more at night. This isn't a day thing, but sometimes in the morning I might just put some on to just test it. I'm noticing a little bit of improvements, not as much as with the peptide thing, but I'll keep you guys all posted on this. This is $250, girl. It's like, I mean, that's why I'm also a little irritated that they're not working the way that I kind of expected them to, but a lot of that probably has to do with just over expecting things to work instantly. But I'm noticing a little bit of firming. I'll keep you guys posted on this, but this one I use at night. I don't want to waste it necessarily during the day, or I'll put it on by itself and sit at home and just kind of see if it's a little firmer, and not, so I don't put a whole bunch of skincare over this as I test it, if that makes any sense. That's how I kind of test things. I try to really let the product or ingredient to have its moment. Okay, so then I'm gonna also use some of my Rehydration Cream, just because my skin right now is feeling a little like, I don't know, it's feeling not sensitive, but dry, like it could use a little bit more product. So I'm just going to do that now, because the Rehydration Cream has a lot of hyaluronic acid in there. So I just want to flood a little bit more hydration onto my skin. Yeah, that's perfect. I can just feel the difference already. So all right, so now I'm gonna put some sunscreen on. I'm gonna call it a day. And if you guys have any questions about today's video, let me know. I'm sorry if it sounded so confusing. I do mix it up a lot, and there's a lot of different things I'll do. My night routine is a lot different, but I still try to just use usually one or two very good active products at night, like my beauty elixir and my retinol or my glycolic cream. That's like the main thing I do at night to treat and to prevent and to stimulate and to repair, and then, you know, hydration if I need to. So, but I don't, nighttime is when I do a lot of my, like, you know, more aggressive work. During the day, you shouldn't use like a lot of alpha hydroxy and a lot of like, you know, lactic acid or anything. That should be saved for at nighttime. So like real quick, since you're here, if you're wondering, what I've been doing is 3 times a week, I'll just press the lactic acid into my skin and kind of work that in, let her have her moment. And then I'll put on my beauty elixir, and then I'll do either glycolic or retinol, depending what night that is. If that makes sense. I feel like I'm totally confusing you. I'm so sorry. Let me know if you have any questions. Skincare is confusing, because it's dependent on a lot of variables. And the thing I teach most that I always want to remind you of is to treat your skin in the moment. What does it need today? So sometimes following these regimens and these systems, you know, you're not going to get the most maximum benefits, because the skin gets memory to stuff. So you want to treat your skin in the moment, what it needs today. So if you're supposed to exfoliate today because that's your alternating night, you're supposed to do that every other night, but today you feel sensitive and your skin feels raw, then don't do that. So you have to trust yourself. You're smart. You know what to do. And sometimes companies kind of make people lazy because they say, just do this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You don't even need to think about it. This is not true. If you want maximum benefits and results, just like anything in life, you have to step it up and you have to be intuitive enough to know when to add or take away something in your routine and regimen. And then I'm going to use the Ulta Md. I love their sunscreens, by the way. This brand is amazing. Their sunscreen, their formulation, everything. At first, I didn't like this one, the Restore, because I felt like it was a little too greasy. But because I've been doing a lot of my actives, I actually really like it. It feels like it's hydrating, but it's not too greasy. So I like to take a little bit down, or put a little bit on at a time and layer it. So I put a little bit on my forehead here. And I just get the back of my neck like this, underneath like this. So the first pass I put down is just to get everything coated and saturated. I get in my ears like this, behind my ears like that. So it's just a little bit at a time so I don't have too much of a white cast on my face. And then I'm gonna put 3 more pumps like this. And then I'm going to apply here like that. And I like to put it thicker here, driver's side especially, because I get pigment out here. And then I'm gonna make sure I get my hairline. I do wear glasses every day because my eyes are so light, so they get very sensitive. So somebody was complaining that I didn't put sunscreen around here. I put it pretty much everywhere. I don't get much sun here because I can never not be outside without glasses on. But I make sure I get all my ears. And the reason I recommend this tip is only because after working on tens of thousands of clients, we see little skin cancers on people's ears and in their ear like this because we just forget to put sunscreen there. So make sure you get everywhere. When in doubt, apply more sunscreen. So if you're dealing with like pigmentation on the driver's side and you just want to be a little OCD, then put a little bit more here like this, thicker like that, and here by your neck, because people get a lot of damage on their neck on the driver's side like this, like that. And then let her soak in. And then in a couple minutes, warm up your hands and then press the white in with the warmth of your hands like that. So you just know, especially in areas that you have more trouble or challenges, just put extra sunscreen on there so you just know you're protected. And that's why I recommend too the vitamin C every day, because the vitamin C makes your skin stronger. It's a free radical scavenger. So it's able to, your skin's able to tolerate more UV radiation damage because it's filled up with an antioxidant that is able to just ward that off. So that's why vitamin C during the day before sunscreen, it's like crucial and so important. So anyway, guys, I think I said all that in one breath. Thank you for being here today. Let me know if you want me to do my PM full, like an official PM routine, I'll do that. And if you want me to continue to show you how I mix up my AM routines, like, okay, today I'm doing this versus, you know, yesterday, then I will. I sometimes just don't know if people want that info, so I don't want to create any content that people are just like, bitch, we don't give a shit. Just tell us what we need to use. So again, remember the sale is 30% off everything, spring 30. Thank you guys for all of your love and support. For everything through all the years during COVID. You guys are amazing. We love you. My team and I love you guys so much. Thank you for letting us create products that you feel are worthy of your attention. And if you have any questions about today's video, feel free to ask them below. Remember to stay gorgeous. Have a gorgeous weekend, and I'll see you soon in a new video. Bye. Mwah.